Yo, what is up guys? This is Troy D from the Troy D 24/7 Wall channel, on point reviews all day, every day. Welcome back yet again guys. If you are one of my old subscribers, it's great to see you again. It's my day off, so I'm gonna make another really great video today. And if you are new to the channel, if this is the first time you've seen my videos or my channel, guys, I've got over 400 videos on stuff you guys want to hear about, so make sure to hit like and subscribe. Thank you for liking, subscribing, sharing these videos, guys. I really appreciate it. Of course, the growth of this channel is really spectacular. Can't say nothing about it. I'll be at work and I'm checking it. I'm just like, wow. And I really love reading all the comments. So today, I'm going to give you guys a gem. Okay, this one here is a gem. Usually I review fragrances that are already popular and then I give you guys my no hype input on them. I mean, that's why people love this channel. But this one here, guys, I mean, I'm not sure if a lot of people know about this one, but I will talk about this one because this one really, you know, had an impact on me once I sprayed this. This fragrance is none other than Lita by Bogue Profumo. So this one is interesting actually because I got contacted not by a perfume store or a perfumer, but I got contacted by a music executive by the name of Mark. And Mark contacted me and he said that, you know what, there's a perfume that's actually based on my clients, or it was made for my clients, which is, they're a band, you know. And I was like, wow, that's really interesting. I was like, I would love to smell that, please. And this band is called Duo, and it's a husband and wife combination, husband and wife band. The lead singer is Luke Pritchard from the Kooks, and his singer-songwriter wife Ellie. This is just the sample. That's them right there. That's Duo. There's the Lita logo, which is basically the same as the Duo font right there. And then you've got some lyrics to their songs. Now, here's the interesting thing for me. The bottle looks like a mainstream, you know, type of perfume. And my expectations when I heard about, you know, that this is for Duo, I was thinking some sort of like, you know, modern, spicy, like rock star, you know, type of music, you know, type of inspired perfume, something like that. But actually, guys, that I didn't get that at all. Okay, so on first sprays of Lita, oh my gosh, I was like, the first impression I got was, man, I've got a gem in my hands that I need to tell everybody about. Okay, so let's go spray this fragrance right now. All right, Lita. Oh man, whoo. Oh, wow. So this fragrance right here, I'm just gonna set it up by telling you guys that if you like Ensar Oud, if you like Dixit and Zach, Galia Reflection, if you like some of the Arij stuff as well as Bortnikov, and I know this is sort of like, man, wait, why are we talking about exotics here? This fragrance is a great exotic, okay, in the form of a modern looking bottle. Okay, that was the big surprise that I got, okay, with this fragrance. I was just like, oh my gosh, this one just smells Ensar, this one smells Dixit and Zach, this one smells, you know, Bortnikov, Arij, like rolled into one. And that, I mean, when I look at the feedback on Fragrantica, you know, it's a lot of mainstream, you know, users, and a lot of them, of course, misunderstand this type of stuff. Anyways, let's look into the notes so you guys can better understand this fragrance. Now, from the beginning, guys, what you're gonna get is you're gonna get a combination of citruses and then your exotic flowers as well as sandalwood, okay? And again, this is why it's exotic, okay? Because a lot of these other notes, for example, you know, you've got your ilang-ilang, you've got your gardenia, you've got your jasmine, there's also champaka here. Like a lot of these like exotic florals, okay? Usually they're in the mid, okay? But when they're placed at the top and you've got ilang-ilang, gardenia, jasmine at the top, okay? Usually you see a lot of those fragrances in those exotics, okay? Because they want to teleport you right from the beginning, right when you smell this fragrance off of your skin. They want to teleport you outside of LA. Yeah, they want to take you out of your apartment building and straight into some exotic, lush, you know, jungle or forest. You know, that's really what it is. And so once you first smell this, guys, you're gonna get a nice dose of those florals. And they are going to be mixed with some citruses and coriander. So there's gonna be some bergamot, there's gonna be some coriander with that nice citrusy zing. But again, from the get-go, you're gonna get that exotic hit, okay? And another note that's here in the top is sandalwood, okay? So you're gonna get some nice sandalwood here. Again, all it does is create this exotic start. Again, makes you think that you're in some lush forest with those florals, okay? The gardenias and the ylangs and the sandalwood. And I'm telling you guys, the moment you smell this opening, you're really going to think about your Ensar Ouds and your Diction and Zags and all those exotics in your collection, because they do start up that way. A lot of these exotics, what they do is they start with these precious florals, and then they hit you with some, big sandalwood, with some citruses, but the citruses aren't like your mainstream type. There's that coriander with an extra zing. So very, very exotic on the intro. Now, when it comes to the mid, guys, I mean, that's where this fragrance also like continues to stand out, because not only do you get the exotic florals and the citruses, the sandalwood in the beginning, but it bridges into tobacco, okay? And tobacco is that mainstream note, but again, it really reminds me of those exotic, perfumers, because they do add tobacco. And the tobacco is paired with patchouli here, guys, okay? So this one actually is one of those fragrances that I guess it's intended to be dark and smoky. But the thing is that as you are smelling this, there's a contradiction, because you are getting the exotic florals, okay? The tobacco and the patchouli is an obvious curve, okay? It, sort of sets up the gradient to go into dark territory. But at this point, you are still smelling florals here, guys, okay? You are still smelling florals here. Now, I do want to take note of two notes that are not listed on the Fragrantica, or even like just on the normal notes when you like buy this fragrance. But, for me, when I smelled this, I was like, no, these notes are here. And I verified it by actually checking the literature, okay? So one of the notes here that you've got is you've got Chivette. And the Chivette obviously is an animalic note that is added here. Again, just provides that, little bit of exotic push as you are smelling your tobacco and patchouli. So it's gonna be like an animalic tobacco and patchouli right here, guys, as the florals are still going. So that's what I really like about this, is that the florals actually keep going, because it's a real combination of all these exotic florals, okay? Again, you've got champaka, ylang, jasmine, gardenia. So these beautiful florals go with your tobacco. The tobacco patchouli is a curve, mainstream, smells really great, guys. And then, of course, you've got your Chivette. You need that animalic side, in my opinion, because it sets up the musk a little bit later, okay? So there's that Chivette. And then you've also got aldehydes here on the mid. Again, not listed, but is mentioned a lot on the literature, okay? You've got some aldehydes here as well. Again, balances this fragrance out. It's not a completely dark fragrance, because every whiff, I mean, you're getting all sorts of stuff. I mean, you're getting tobacco, patchouli, and then sometimes it's that animalic Chivette musk combination, and then you've got the beautiful florals and the aldehydes. So it's a complex perfume, basically, just like your Ensars, just like your Diction and Zag. Very complex, very well made, again, in a modern bottle, okay? But that really, really shocked me. The fact that, man, this one, the DNA of this, or the way that it's made, is just like those $700 perfumes that are out there. Now, this fragrance does not have any oud, okay? And that really tells you guys that for a lot of these exotic perfumes, yes, they do have oud, but the sensation, the common sensation, you might be smelling, incense, or you might be smelling a combination of Chivette and musk, and it just, when you mix that with sandalwood, maybe it feels like oud, okay? But this one here does not have oud, but this one has incense, okay? So on the base notes, this one has incense and myrrh, which is again perfect because this one is a setup. From the tobacco it gets into a gradient, and then you've got this incense and myrrh, and this incense and myrrh is coupled by all the sweetening agents. You've got your ambery, benzoin, you've got your vanilla, you've got your tonka bean. So overall it's a clean like end to this fragrance, because with the incense comes a lot of these sweet notes that balance it out. I really like the balance with this perfume, guys, because it has some exoticness, but then there's also a set of notes here that really pull you back into not so exotic territory. It gives you the exotic feels based on the florals and the civet musk and the incense, right? So it's very exotic and on one side, but then you also have your typical mainstream lovable notes that mix very well with this, providing a very balanced experience. Now finally, one of the base notes here in this fragrance that you got to take a note of is vetiver. That's right. So this fragrance goes from smoky incense to smoky vetiver. So you're going to get some smoky vetiver here in the base notes, guys. And I think that the vetiver here, the addition of vetiver, which I love, is a gentlemanly touch to Bogue's Lita. The thing I like about this fragrance, definitely it has a mature component. It feels like a mature, more, I think it's for like a seasoned veteran of fragrances, but it's so complex. But I think that the vetiver is gentlemanly. It adds a gentleman's touch that I think if you are, sort of like a Renaissance man type, I think that this will be a great signature scent for you. Care of the vetiver as well. The thing about exotic perfumes, I gotta say, is that first and foremost, it's very expensive. Okay, a lot of these fragrances are, gosh, $700 for a bottle, $500 for a bottle, $400 for a bottle. And if you follow that trend, like that could put you in a hole. Like that could put you in a lot of debt or just a lot of spending, overall for these exotic scents, I mean, that's fine if you're into that. But I will say this, that there's a lot of redundancy between some of the companies, and I'm not going to mention which is which, but there's a lot of redundancy. And that's why I don't completely collect them like crazy. Like I don't like collect whatever's new, because a lot of them, kind of reuse a lot of these exotic elements that wow, a lot of those fans. You've got your musk, you got your civet, you got your tobacco, and then you've got your gardenia and ylang. A lot of those really do impress the fans of exotic fragrances. And do I want to be buying like 3 or 4 fragrances that are $700 to get sort of like a similar effect? No. I mean, I want to have one, and that would be it. And I would say that Lita, this one right here, this gem right here, Lita by Bogue Profumo, is if you are just wanting one, okay, one to keep that has all the exotic vibes, and you don't want to get yourself into buying several exotic fragrances and putting yourself in, $2,000 in. This is, trust me, stamp of approval. This one is a good one, okay? And this one is, I believe, $250 for a 50 ml. And that is fair because a lot of these notes that are in Lita, I've seen on $700 perfumes, okay? So I think that the price is justified. But again, this is for those that don't want redundancy in their exotic perfumes. I would categorize this as an exotic perfume, but has all the elements that you're looking for if you're into that. If that is the sphere of where you're at right now, you don't want the mainstream stuff and you want to get transported in a lush forest, while smelling incense, I mean, this will definitely do it for you. Is this wearable outside? Yeah, it's wearable. It's wearable because even the animalic stuff, the civet and musk, it's quite controlled here. It's quite controlled. If you like NSAR 1 maybe, and you like wearing that, I know a lot of people wear that outside, definitely it's got that same nice control on the fragrances. But I will say that this is also very potent. Okay, so one little spray will really create a scent trail. So that's something that I think some of the exotics can't do. Some of the exotics will not perform like strong, but in this case with Lita, this one performs quite strong. It's got a strong sillage and definitely lasts for, you know, several hours. So I mean, definitely when it comes to performance, if you compare exotics and Lita, I think that Lita would be stronger. What a shocker. I mean, this one was supposed to be for, you know, a couple that's you know, they make music and stuff like that. So that was a real, like, man, that hit me by surprise, because even if you look at the actual note breakdown, and once you've smelled this, like, you'll really be like, man, this one is, man, it's on that exotic side, you know, but it has everything. And I might give some of this away. I do have some samples, so I might do like a giveaway on the channel, and I'll give some away to the Frag Cartel as well. So yeah, this is a must try for the exotic lovers right there. And I do know a lot of y'all follow me as well, so I mean, really, this is great. So yeah, that is my review on Lita. Wow, this is a gem right here. I don't usually do these uncovered gems type of reviews, but this is definitely one. And I do want to thank my friend Mark for sending this over. Thank you, man. I mean, you made my day when I got this, man, because I got to experience, you know, a shocker. Usually when you review a lot of perfumes, not a lot of these perfumes shock you anymore, but this one did, especially because, you know, the packaging, you know, wasn't like geared towards, you know, the exotic collectors. So anyways, let me know in the comments if you guys have tried Lita, or if you want to join the giveaway. If you want this Lita samples, I guess just put mine below if you want to do that, or if you want to say I'm interested, I'll put you on, you know, some sort of drawing lot, because I mean, I definitely want to give this away. And yeah, definitely try this out, guys. Okay, it's definitely legit. All right, and if you are down with exotic perfumes, make sure you check out my other videos where I do talk about exotic perfumes. I mean, I don't hype it up the way they do, because I'm sort of in the middle, you know. I'm not just completely leaning towards exotic perfumes. I mean, I think that a lot of the guys that are into those are probably introverted for sure, because some of those exotic perfumes really aren't applicable, I mean, here in the city. Okay, so you know, I'm right in the middle, so I give you guys a lot of honest reviews on these types of exotic perfumes. Okay, and until then, I'll see you on the next round, on the next video. This is Troy D. God bless, take care, have a great day.